This week on 49ers Cal High Sports Report presented by U.S. Bank, we mix fall and winter sports with NorCal football playoffs, including Los Gatos and Cardinal Newman, tournament basketball with the Westmont title game, and Menlo Atherton takes on James Logan.
Girls hoops includes Bishop O'Dowd taking on Oakland, soccer with Mitty and Dublin, and the story of the prospect wrestler grappling with life on and off the mat. It's all right now on 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
Welcome to 49ers Cal High Sports Report presented by U.S. Bank. I'm Robert Braunstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. We start this week with NorCal football, teams in 13 divisions vying for state titles. And we begin our NorCal coverage with the Serra Padres battling in Division 1A.
That's right, the CCS champs meeting San Joaquin Memorial. The Central Section champs come into the game at 12-1 with outstanding quarterback Finn Collins throwing for 3,400 yards this season. The right to play in the state title game on the line Saturday afternoon. North Bay Sports coverage is brought to you by South County Chrysler of Marin. Here come the Serra Padres trying to get a win and get to state. All Padres early on. Dominic Lampkin tosses to Hassan Mahassan, and like a missile, Mahassan races up the far sideline 41 yards, and the Padres have a 7-0 lead. Memorial trying to tie it up. The pass is caught but then fumbled, and there to recover is David Silk, and Serra is right back in business. Lampkin fakes the handoff, decides to keep it this time, and when you're as fast as Lampkin, that's a good idea. 51 yards for the sophomore, and the Padres have a 14-0 lead 5 minutes into the game. It's just that easy. But it's never easy. Here comes Memorial as Finn Collins with a perfect throw to Devon King, and the Panthers are on the board. It's 14-7. The Panthers have a hard-nosed running back. This is Jordan Hornbeek setting up a short field goal. It's 14-10. Padres at the half. Second half, the rain really coming down now. Serra driving, Lampkin and Nate Sanchez with a sure catch and a nice run after the catch. The Padres did not score there, but they do here. Terrence Lavelle stepping in front of the pass, and it's a 25-yard pick six for Lavelle. A huge play there. It's 21-10 Padres after 3, and the Padres were feeling it. You guys want to play one more game? Let's go! Padres get the ball back in the fourth. Lampkin firing to Lavelle, who makes a terrific leaping catch. Look at that. And that leads to this tough Jackson Lataimua 3-yard touchdown run. And Serra head coach and his son Charlie can celebrate as the Padres win it. 28-18 is the final. Serra to head now down south to play in the State Division 1A title game. Off to the city now as Riordan takes on Mission in the Crusader Classic semifinal game. The Crusaders getting going early. Lee Hubbard III with a nice move to get the layup to go. And then it's Jaylani Clark making a splash from way downtown, and it's 12-10 Riordan. Mission answers back. Noah Lee with a nice dish to Julian Neal, who throws it down with authority, but Riordan takes a 7-point lead after 1. The Crusaders looking to extend the lead in the second. Dominic Wilson to Clark to 7-1 sophomore Morsek for the two-handed rip. Riordan on the fast break again. Sean Quantico with a pass inside Sek for another two-handed jam. He's 7-1, and yep, he's a sophomore. Back come the Bears. Reggie Torner over to Maurice Oliver, who passes to Andre Villarino in the corner, and Andre nails the 3. The Crusaders continue to put on a dunk show in the third. Sean Knott passes ahead to Clark for the one-handed rep, and then it's Hubbard with the inside pass to Moore. Sek again, and we want more of this guy. He throws down the hammer. The Crusaders doing it inside and outside. Jaylani Clark with another 3. And here's Morsek with an offensive rebound. And look at the big man come back up and throw it down as the Riordan Crusaders win the semifinal game. 71-51. Sek and Clark with 17 apiece.
Coach Jeff Rodriguez and his California Grizzlies take on the Homestead Mustangs in the Fremont tournament. The Grizzlies start this game with a 6-point run. Erica Adams hits Audrey Moulton for 2. And now it's Moulton forcing the turnover and finding a wide open Kelly Tumlin in the corner, and that is money. Cal leads it 11-4. Second quarter, Homestead's Tatum Leuenberger tosses it to Izzy Sathi, who finishes at the rack for 2. California comes back from the half with a 7-point lead. Nice steal here by Kaylee Edge. She hits Adams on the fast break. Layup is good, 36-27 Grizzlies. Cal moving the ball very well. Adams to Claire Hinds. Back to Adams, who puts it away. Adams a stud, heading to the University of Pacific next year. Less than 6 minutes to play, California grabs a 17-point lead. Adams finds a wide open Hannah Lindstrom, and the junior banks it in. Homestead not going down without a fight. Great defense by Faith Yin. She gets a bucket to pull the Mustangs within 4, but California makes its free throws late and holds on for the 6-point win. Great performance by Adams with 28 points.
The Independent 76ers getting ready to host James Logan for the first game of the season. Logan looking to strike first, but Josh Madrias gets a big tackle in the box to keep the game scoreless. Indy now with a breakaway later in the half. The ball finds Akshaf Aravindakshan, but the shot is high. Still no score at halftime. The Colts take the lead in the second half. Seth Barrera crosses it into the box. The first header is saved off the crossbar, but Ricky Diaz is there for the second chance header. It's 1-0 Logan. The Sixers trying to answer back right away. Mark Vargas, though, comes up with a brilliant save to keep Logan in the lead. The Colts looking to double the lead, but Jimenez is there for the save. Brian would finish with 5 saves on the night for the Independent 76ers. James Logan on the attack again. Sergio Valle with the pass to Diaz, who flicks it into the net as the Colts go on to win it 2-0. They go to 1-0 on the season. Diaz leading the charge for the James Logan Colts with 2 goals.
Ella Driscoll and Ella Harris cheesing for the camera as the Woodside girls open up the season against Cappuccino. Wildcats on the attack early. Catherine Sheldon inside to Rachel Mole. Then Bryn McClymon's shot is saved, and Mole catches the rebound and scores 1-0 at the 5-minute mark. 3 minutes later, McClymon has 3 defenders chasing her. She slows down, goes for the shot, and finds a corner. That's 2 goals in the first 5 minutes of the Wildcats season. Woodside's Alonda Gomez Garcia sends it towards the net. McClymon's shoots, but Cappuccino's Sarah Mildowney kicks it out of harm's way. Constantina Conadaris from Cap gets a shot off, but Evangeline Verre keeps the Mustangs off the board. And in the second half, the score is still 2-0. Gomez Garcia with the shot, but Cap's Catherine Busani saves it. And Cap keeps Woodside off the board in the second half, but the early 2-0 lead is enough to give Woodside its first win. Each week, we present the Players of the Week in a rap produced by the Hip Hop Department at the Rikers Center.
Here are this week's Players of the Week.
Rikers Center. 49ers Cow High Sports Report. Big Murph, Ramen Jamal. Gotta peep this running back for the Mill Peters Trojans, carrying the rock in the school's athletic programs. They are totally grateful for Josue Torres. His game is flawless, no tiene errores. He totaled 325 rushing yards, mixing up across the numbers like shuffling cards. Josue's 2 touchdowns, they were the ingredients to make his team Division IV champs in the CCS.
Our NCS player, who's this? Is Amari Taylor. He's top ranking, like Bob Marley and the Wailers. A running back for Clayton Valley's Ugly Eagles, was popping eyes out, like Bugsy Siegel. He scored 3 times on 170 yards and 27 carries. Who's coming with energy bars? The Eagles took the Division II title from Campo Lindo. As far as state, they'll be hard to break as a tempered window.
Stanford Healthcare brings us great information on sports-related injuries every week.
Here's the 49ers head team physician, Dr. Timmick Adams, with this week's tip.
There are 2 main types of ankle sprains, low and high. Let's look at the difference. Low ankle sprains are the typical basketball inversion sprains that injure the front and the outside of the ankle, leading to injury of the anterior talofibular and calcaneofibular ligaments. Although it may get quite swollen, they have excellent healing potential, and with rest, ice, and bracing, most athletes are able to get back to play within a few days to weeks, depending on the severity of ligament injury. High ankle sprains are a different animal and caused by an eversion or external rotation force that affects the ligaments connecting the 2 bones between the leg, the tibia, and the fibula. If you experience an ankle sprain, make sure you have it evaluated by your athletic trainer, because treatment plans and return to play can be quite different depending on whether it is a low or a high ankle sprain.
Coming up, it's the Diablo Motors Monster Game as Los Gatos and Cardinal Newman meet in the NorCal final game.
And back to the hardwood as Sequoia Girls battles Monta Vista next.
Yeah, I'm looking at the numbers now. You sure I can do this?
Yeah, it's what we've been planning for.
Thank you. Hey, boy.
Hey,
You know how I said I've been working on something big, right?
Sure.
This house It's officially yours. You own it.
At U.S. Bank, we believe hard work works.
Best of luck.
And our integrated approach to wealth management helps make sure your money keeps working as hard as you do.
The legends of the gridiron meet the legends of the road.
I'm Debo.
Touchdown, Debo Samuel.
And I got my roll on at the #1 Dodge dealer in the world. South County, where they call the fairest place. Come get your roll on just like I did. Drive a little, save a lot. Tell them Debo sent you. South County, drive a little, save a lot. Tell them Debo sent you.
'49ers Cal High Sports Report is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Tri-Counties Bank, service with solutions. 12 locations now open in the Bay Area. By DGDG.com, where we want you to be a happy car buyer. And by Diablo Motors. Life's too short to drive a crummy car.
We are back at Levi Stadium with the NorCal 3AA regional final game between Los Gatos and Cardinal Newman. Los Gatos coming in as the CCS Division II champs with a 12-1 record.
Cardinal Newman won the NCS Division IV title last week. The Cardinals also 12-1 on the season. A great matchup in the NorCal game played at Cardinal Newman in Santa Rosa is our Diablo Motors Monster game, and our Allie Williams was there.
Monster game. Yeah.
It is a rainy evening at Cardinal Newman High School, but that is not stopping the Cardinals or the Los Gatos Wildcats because a trip to state is on the line. Both 12-1 teams looking to extend their season one more week. And for Cardinal Newman, it's going to be all eyes on quarterback Jackson Pavitt, who threw for just under 2,500 yards and ran for nearly 500 this season. For Los Gatos, quarterback Yoski Braun has also had an excellent season and threw 2 touchdowns in last week's CCS D2 championship. Who will go to state? We'll find out in the CIF 3AA NorCal Football Bowl game, and it's this week's Diablo Motors Monster Game. Cardinals and Wildcats, only one can move on. Los Gatos' Adam Garwood gets the handoff, fights through, and eventually breaks through the defenders. He gets the ball downfield, but Cardinal Newman would hold the Wildcats. Cardinals on the attack. Jackson Pavitt hits Shane Moran, and he dekes past a defender. He races down the field towards the sideline and gets pushed down, but Cardinals in great field position. A few plays later, and Pavitt pushes it in for Cardinal Newman's first touchdown of the night. Still first quarter, this time Jackson Pavitt keeps it and breaks through the line. No one can catch him, and he runs it in for his second touchdown, but he is far from done. Time winding down in the first, and oh yeah, it's Pavitt again. He pushes through and tacks on some more yardage. Time expires in the first, but first play of the second, Shane Moran muscles his way in for his first of 2 touchdowns tonight. Less than a minute later, this time Pavitt looks, launches, and connects with Giancarlo Woods in the end zone. This one makes it 28-0. Cardinals defense making big plays too. Hunter Granis intercepts the pass and runs it all the way in. No need to look back. The pick six makes it 35-0 Cardinal Newman at halftime. Cardinals score again in the third, but we go to the fourth. Los Gatos' Yost Gervin has some time. He looks and fires to Charlie Bebeau, and he finds an opening and flies downfield. He's finally brought down inside the 10. They finish the drive as Mason Holbrook races into the end zone. Wildcats on the board, but Cardinal Newman advances to the 3AA state final. We asked Jackson Pavitt about getting ahead early and looking forward to state.
You know, setting the tone of the game is something we pride ourselves in. Coming out smacking, coming out strong, that's how you got to do it. So we came out, tried to do that today. It's a dream come true. It's really a dream come true, but we got one more week, so got to remain humble and grind. Get this next dub. That's what matters.
In Santa Rosa, I'm Allie Williams for 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
Friday night at Westmont, Leland and the Warriors playing in the Gary Brink tournament. Quarter numero uno, Jackson Wegner finds a wide open Andrew Huynh, who dumps it in for the Warriors' first points. And then on the other side of the court, Omri Shahar with the denial. But Leland gets on top. Jaden Dangtron sees Mooner Alamu open, and Alamu lands the three-pointer. Chargers up 27-12 at halftime. Leland on the fast break. Nicholas Verde-Kana takes it all the way to the rack, bumps off a defender, and getting the shot to land for the and one. And when Alamu finds Dominic Kaiser in the land of the three-point shot, Chargers have the 15-point lead. Kevin Gee pulls up for the mid-range jumper. Westmont trying to erase this deficit with the three-point shot. Shia Reish to Jackson Wegner, who puts 3 on the board. Wegner with a game-high 13 points for the Warriors, but the Chargers hold on tight to that lead. Bobby Airforth picks up the loose ball and takes it home. Leland improves to 2-1 on the season to secure third place in the Gary Brink tournament. Highlights from the championship game later on in the show.
The Sequoia fans excited to see their Ravens taking on Monta Vista. The Ravens take an early lead. Jacqueline Curlin with a nice pass to Alexis Jackson, who finishes with the left hand and one for the three-point play. Monta Vista not far behind. Emi Kosakura kicks it out to Ashley Yin. Yin has a wide open shot, and she sinks the three. But Sequoia answers right back. Jackson to Curlin, and from way out, the junior rattles it in to give the Ravens a 7-point lead. Sequoia playing both sides of the ball well. Curlin forces the turnover and hits Jackson on the fast break, and the Ravens end the first half with a 21-9 lead. More Sequoia offense in the third. Curlin to Jackson to Caitlin Dulski, and the junior hits for 3. Ravens up by 21. The Mustangs still fighting. Varshini Pendenti dumps it off to Liu, who takes on 3 defenders and finishes at the rim. Liu with 10 points on the night. But Sequoia playing great team ball. Dulski to Jessica Martin under the hoop, and the senior banks at home. Sequoia with a big win over Monta Vista. Jackson and Dulski combining for 28 points. Each week, 49ers Prep, South County Chrysler, and U.S. Bank bring us the Coach of the Week award.
This week's Coach of the Week is Sarah's Patrick Walsh. The Padres won the CCS Division I title last week with an impressive 17-0 win over Valley Christian. The shutout put the Padres into the state tournament. Patrick Walsh, this week's Coach of the Week. Albany's Construction brings us the dirty work play each week. Doing the dirty work this week is Branham's Frank Poso. Frank is a top lineman for the Bruins, but when the team needed a yard for a touchdown, the big guy got the call, and he delivered. Frank Poso doing the dirty work, just like Albany's Construction.
We love Frank. Coming up, an East versus West basketball game with Menlo Atherton and James Logan.
But first, take a look at our Cupertino Electric girls basketball power rankings.
This is the home of infinite possibilities, where we're setting a new standard of care, where the furthest innovations in medicine connect us back to the simplest forms of healing, where our world-class medical team includes you and those you love most. At Stanford Healthcare, we pride ourselves on providing every kind of care for every kind of patient.
I'm Greg Meyer, owner of Diablo Motors Auto Sales. We offer highest quality detailing services to keep your car looking its very best. More than just the local drive-through car wash options. Our expert detailing staff will go over every inch of your car, including inside, outside, and under the hood. Our services include professional paint correction, paint restoration, paint protection, sap removal, and headlight restoration. We also do bumper repair, rim repair, and paintless dent removal. So come see us in San Ramon and get your car looking like new. Diablo Motors, the nice, honest, non-dealerish car store.
For more than 65 years, Cupertino Electric has been delivering power and possibilities. With offices throughout California and project sites throughout the U.S., Cupertino Electric today builds renewable, commercial, utility, and data center projects for some of the most influential companies in the world. Beyond that, we are a people company. We build family, communities, and meaningful careers. Visit CEI.com today or connect with us on LinkedIn, Facebook, or other social sites to see our openings and join our team.
Longest time, and you're watching 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
We are back at Levi Stadium in a trip to James Logan High School, where the Colts are looking to continue their great performance on the basketball court from last season. The Colts making it all the way to the state final game.
James Logan at home this week, taking on Menlo Atherton that made it to the NorCals last season. A top early season matchup at James Logan this week.
The James Logan Colts getting ready to go against the MA Bears. The Colts feature outstanding guard Brajan Thompson, who spins into the lane and scores. Nice play there. And then Thompson with a ridiculous three-pointer from way out. No problem for Brajan. Menlo Atherton, though, comes right back. Spencer Lynn lifting way up for the mid-range jumper there as the Bears take a late first quarter lead. Now look at this. The shot is off, but J.D. Carson with an acrobatic putback as MA takes a 20-9 lead. Logan battling back. Teo Inseong spinning into the lane and strong to the basket there. But the Bears maintain a first-half lead. Nice pass here by Nick Tripaldi to Will Huntgren, who finishes 27-17 Bears. Later in the second, it's Lynn's sanity as Spencer Lynn drives and scoops it home, but the Colts make a late second quarter run. Thompson goes behind the back into the lane, double pump. That was nice, and it's a 4-point game. But the Bears never give up the lead. Carson hitting the corner three here, and it's back to an 11-point MA Bears lead. End-to-end action here as Skylar Thomas grabs the loose ball. A nice pass as he's falling down to Trevor Wargo, up ahead to Lynn, and that is money. One more for the Bears as they have lots of scores on this team. This is Tripaldi with a long three, and Menlo Atherton opens its season with an impressive win. Spencer Lynn leading the Bears with 20. Thompson had 29 for the Colts.
Each week, U.S. Bank brings us stories of inspirational athletes who amaze us.
Kiara Biagini joins us now with the story of a prospect wrestler who's grappling with life on and off the mat.
Robert Rubel Zelaya is trying to make a name for himself while carrying the weight of his family's well-being on his shoulders.
I'm never willing to give up. That adrenaline is something that's unmatched by everything I've ever done. I've seen what I've gone through, and I kind of implement that into wrestling.
Rubel Zelaya is a captain on the Prospect wrestling team. Not for his size, strength, or skill, but for his mentality, courage, and heart.
I don't care who's on the other side of the mat. I'm gonna do this for me, and you know, if you have that mindset and you keep going, you're gonna get your hand raised, you're gonna keep going forward, and you're gonna get better.
Rubel was born and raised in the Tenderloins of San Francisco with two undocumented parents.
She came here with her friend, crossing the border, you know, the whole coyote thing, trying to hire somebody using the drug routes.
Rubel's father was granted an immigrant visa with a plan on becoming a lawful permanent resident, but plans changed when Rubel turned 8.
One day when we were walking to school with my little sister, who was 6 at the time, I just see a guy go up to my dad. They asked him if his name was Rubel Angel Zelaya, and he's like, yes. And then he's like, I'm sorry, I have a court order for your arrest for failure to show up to court. He ran off into the street trying to avoid the ICE officer, and they chased him down and they tackled him in front of us. So at that point, I just started crying because I just knew I lost my dad, and I didn't know when I would see him again. So.
After Rubel's father was deported, the family struggled financially. Rubel moved to his aunt's house where he shared a small bedroom with his mom and 3 little sisters. Things were tough until Rubel's mother remarried.
The thing that really stood out about him was that he didn't just want the relationship, you know? It wasn't just that. He tried to get closer to all of us.
Rubel's mother and stepfather added 2 more girls to the family, giving Rubel 5 little sisters. Things were turning around until Rubel's stepfather was arrested this past May. His father figure, the man of the house, was gone.
I'm getting used to writing down his, jailmate ID and everything, and sending off pictures and everything. So, I try to be positive and hold it in myself when I call him. Everything's good. We're all good.
Even when things are not. Rubel's mother works double overtime shifts to support her 6 children. Rubel helps take care of his 2 half-sisters, ages 1 and 2, while their father is away in jail.
Sometimes they do call me dad, like Papa, and it's conflicting because I know who their dad is. I know he's a good person.
Rubel is now left with the responsibility of being the man of the house. He picked up 2 jobs to help pay for rent, and is the only driver in the family.
You know, I have the trouble of having to pick up the babies from daycare after practice sometimes, and then I have to take them home, take care of them while my mom gets off her shift, then go back, get my mom.
Although life is an uphill battle for Rubel, he can always return to his happy place, on the mat besides his teammates.
He's overcome a lot of things that a lot of people don't know about or don't understand. And, you know, he does feel like he's got something to prove because he's already done so much. And, you know, he really wants to make something of himself. He's got that pride, and I think if he keeps that up, he's going to do really, really well, whatever he does.
I'm definitely not going to let this go. I want to keep going, you know. Even if I lose more matches, if I win more matches, regardless, experience is experience. You keep getting better throughout time. And if you believe you can do something, there's definitely something you can achieve.
Rubel is motivated and determined to prove his worth through wrestling.
Dictate dominant on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Dictate
dominant!
Although life is tough for Rubel, he always has a smile on his face. He's a very charismatic kid who sacrifices a lot for the ones he loves.
Very good. Thanks, Key. And speaking of bright smiles, Invisalign brings us the Bright Smile Award each week, honoring great folks who help the teams we cover.
This week's Bright Smile Award goes to Oak Grove coaches Jesse Dominguez and his son JJ Dominguez. Jesse is an athletic director for the Oak Grove Youth Football Program and has been coaching for 12 years. His son JJ has coached at Oak Grove Youth Football since he was 14. Both are current coaches at Oak Grove High School, keeping up the Eagles' great football tradition. Coming up, our South County Chrysler Game of the Week. It's the title game at the Gary Brink Tournament.
And big-time girls soccer as Mitty meets Dublin. You're watching 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
Same squad, same squad, same squad. Drop top, coupe, dodge, raindrops. Big bag plays on FaceTime. Squad ain't with me, then it ain't right. I came up, who I was down with. You change up, stay far from around me. I came up, who I was down with. You change up, stay far from around me. Same squad, same squad, same squad. Drop top, coupe, dodge, raindrops. Squad ain't with me, then it ain't right.
Why choose Invisalign over other aligners?
Are they comfortable and safe to wear?
I asked our doctor for a better alternative to braces, and he said,
only Invisalign aligners are made with SmartTrack technology.
Based on years of research, it moves teeth more comfortably and predictably than ordinary aligners. And in many cases, it works faster than braces. So I can develop a custom treatment plan that'll work for each of these smiles.
That's why Invisalign aligners have transformed millions of smiles.
Invisalign, transforming smiles, changing lives.
Devcon Construction is #1 in the Bay Area and Silicon Valley because of trust. 95% of our business comes from repeat customers. They know the customer is our top priority. That's why Devcon was the choice for the 49ers Stadium and for the Earthquake Stadium. Devcon was also chosen when outstanding schools like Bellarmine, the Nueva School, and Mitty wanted the very best on time and on budget. Top Bay Area companies know Devcon is the best choice whether it's new construction or renovation. Devcon Construction, helping to build the best in Silicon Valley.
Tri-Counties Bank presents a unique brand of service with solutions, a welcoming and listening style of banking with solutions that help improve your financial well-being. With easy access to over 32,000 surcharge-free ATMs, advanced mobile banking, banker support by phone 7 days a week, and an extensive community-based branch network, you're never far from a friendly face. It's easy to switch to better banking. Tri-Counties Bank, service with solutions.
49ers Cal High Sports Report is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By South County Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Hyundai. Drive a little, save a lot. By the Rikes Center, where goals and dreams become a reality. And by Stanford Healthcare.
Back at Levi Stadium for our South County Chrysler Game of the Week. This week's game is the title game from the Gary Brink Tournament played this week.
That's right, this is the 53rd annual tournament featuring teams from all around the South Bay. The final game is this week's Game of the Week. Aubrey was there.
Prospect and Mountain View playing for the Gary Brink Tournament Championship. And it's the Panthers who put the first points on the board. Josue Chaparro finds Xavier Liggs down low. Mountain View moving the ball around. Ryan Sadi to Yuval Hod, who gets it on over to Ryan Bahar in the corner, and Bahar gets the 3 to go to put the Spartans on top. And on the next Spartan possession, deja vu. It's Bahar in the corner again for 3. This time the assist coming from Andrew Lau. Both teams fighting for the loose ball. Adon Sasson to Josh Boyk to Jamor Akwo. Jamor finishing the night with 8 points. Mountain View trying to develop a play here, but Chaparro knocks it loose from the defender, takes it back the other way. A cross step and the basket is good, but Mountain View takes the 31-19 lead into halftime. Ryan City trying to penetrate here, but instead gives it to Yuval Hod, who gets the job done, charging through the paint and laying it in for the 17-point lead. And Bahar tops off the highlights. Navin Lowe to Ryan, and that's his third three-pointer of the night. Bahar finishes with a game-high 15 points in the 52-33 Mountain View win. The Spartans start off the season 4-0 with the tournament championship. And these are the Gary Brink Tournament champs, the Mountain View Spartans. Ryan Bahar, we are going to talk to you first. He's our MVP. You get another t-shirt. So many t-shirts. Okay, 2019 CCS champions. You guys are 4-0. How big was this tourney win?
Good. Got a lot of confidence up. Beat some good teams. Willow Glen, tough team to beat, and then we just got momentum from that game, and we just carried it on.
That's all right. You guys had a great game against Willow Glen to start off this tournament. You guys graduated 11 seniors last year. How did that impact coming into the preseason?
I mean, it was really tough. A lot of people were looking down on us, but, you know, we're still missing one of our best players, Jalen. But, I mean, a lot of our juniors stepped up. We got some wins.
That's all right. Jalen Daniel Dalton had one of the best dunks last year, right back there. He'll be back. He'll be back. All right, finally, we are going to talk to Nathaniel Harris. Now, what can opponents expect when they take the court against you guys?
Running. A lot of running. We're going to run up on you guys. We're going to shoot threes. We're going to run on you.
And what are your goals? What do you hope to accomplish by the end of this season?
League and CCS. I'm taking it.
Nice. Just like last year, right? All right. These are the Mountain View Spartans. Guys, take us out.
The Mitty Monarchs set to take on the Dublin Gales in the season opener. A few minutes into the match, Mitty on the doorstep. Emma Vane finds Samantha Buer outside the box. Samantha's shot slams off the crossbar, deflecting off the keeper and into the net. Mitty takes a quick 1-0 lead. Second half now, Buer with the free kick for the Monarchs. The shot goes over the keeper and into the net. What a goal there. Terrific long shot. The Monarchs take a 2-0 lead, and they don't stop there. Vane with a great ball from the corner. Gabby Sapien heads it into the top right corner. Goal! It's a 3-0 Monarchs lead. Dublin fighting to get on the board late in this match. Izzy Louie takes the free kick. Kara Sahambing heads it in, but the ref, always a buzzkill, calls it offside, so no goal, and the Monarchs take a 3-0 victory over the Gales to start the season. Buer with 2 goals for Mitty.
Lexus of Stevens Creek presents the Volunteer Award, part of the Lexus of Stevens Creek commitment to promoting volunteerism.
This week's Lexus of Stevens Creek Volunteer Award goes to Xander Bernhardt from St. Francis High School. Xander's a freshman on the Lancers cross-country team. When a reading program Xander was working on closed down, he took it upon himself to start a new nonprofit program so young people would have a chance to develop their reading skills.
I'm very privileged, and I've gotten reading support pretty easily. My parents have been able to find resources, but some people don't have that. And up until 3rd grade, kids learn to read, but after that, they read to learn. So we really want to help kids that are struggling so they can succeed later.
Coming up, more NorCal football as Clayton Valley tackles Elk Grove.
And CCS boys soccer as the Lincoln Lions host Gunderson next. Back at Levi Stadium with the NorCal Division II AA NorCal game. Elk Grove likes to run the ball, and then they like to run it some more. The Thundering Herd with 5,500 yards rushing this season.
But the Ugly Eagles from Clayton Valley can run the ball as well, with Omari Taylor carrying much of the load. Which team will make it to state? Let's see. Elk Grove taking on Clayton Valley. Winner plays in the D2 AA Division State title. First game of the drive, Ugly Eagles hit pay dirt, capping off a 75-yard, 8-minute drive with the Omari Taylor touchdown run. 7-0 early, ensuing kickoff. The Thundering Herd answering quickly. Hunter Hall makes a man miss, hits another gear. He's toying with him at this point. 70 yards for the score at 7-6. Next Elk Grove drive, Carter Harris from 1 yard out, and just like that, it's 12-7 Elk Grove. Clayton Valley answers Omari Taylor. He's one of our players of the week last week, and he's displaying why great vision from Taylor turns on the speed, and he's gone. Ugly Eagles up 14-12. but no lead is safe when Carter Harris is on the other side. Harris dipping through the defense. See ya. Harris 53 yards later. Elk Grove leads it 20-14. And Elk Grove adds another in the third. They're up 12 points with 2.5 to play. It's 4th down. Jake Kern to Rayshawn Jackson for the 40-yard score. Ugly Eagles are still alive. 4th down. Elk Grove going for it to win the game. Clayton Valley makes the stop, and you can feel the momentum shifting. Jake Kern again. This time he hits Seth Gwynn. Gwynn streaking down the sideline. Are you kidding me? Ugly Eagles now have the 28-26 lead. Final chance for Elk Grove. The pass is heaved towards the end zone, but Charlie Saylor picks it off. The Ugly Eagles complete the improbable comeback. 28-26 Kern with 2 big touchdown passes. Seth Gwynn on the other end of that second one. Here he is after the game.
You know, we've never been a team to give up. Every time things seem down, you know, we always seem to give a little pushback, and we showed that tonight. You know, came out and did our thing.
Gunderson and Lincoln exchanging greetings before this early season match. The Lions from Lincoln on the board first in the first. Diego Baca over to Elias Pedrosa, who gets it back to Baca, charging the net and shooting. His shot is deflected, but there to tap it home with the left foot is Oscar Ramirez, flying into the net. 1-0 Lincoln Lions. Later in the first, the Grizzlies get the equalizer as Leonardo Muniz on the set piece sends it on goal. It's off the crossbar, but there to head it home is Richie Salazar, and the captain makes it a 1-1 game. Second half now, same score. Baca up the far sideline, centering. It's deflected to Cesar Pena, who has time to square it up and fire it home, and Lincoln takes a 2-0 lead. After a PK makes it 3-0, another Lions set piece. The ball set on net by Baca. It's batted down by the keeper and deflected to Caleb Asafu, who sends it home as Lincoln wins it 4-1 with 3 second-half goals. Wellstrong has teamed up with the 49ers with physical therapy and sports rehabilitation centers throughout the Bay Area.
Each week, Wellstrong brings us concussion prevention tips from their team of outstanding doctors. Here's Dr. Anthony Saglin-Benny with this week's tip.
There is not a single test to diagnose a concussion. The diagnosis is made clinically. That means that an experienced concussion practitioner will ask many questions about symptoms and what happened. Then a physical evaluation will be performed and some memory-related questions will be asked. The combination of the information from the incident and the symptoms that developed, along with memory function and the evaluation, will be combined to make a decision about whether the injury resulted in a concussion. Sometimes it may take a day or longer to be certain if there is a concussion. Feel free to contact us with any questions.
Coming up, our Diablo Motors Monster Game. It's 2 top girls teams as Oakland meets Bishop O'Dowd.
And the NorCal D5 AA title game with the Kings Academy and Del Norte next.
Visit us at vcs.net.
I'm gonna be a ballerina.
Good, better, Emma. Answer to new.
I'm gonna be president.
And the winner for president is Emma Williamson.
I'm gonna start a juice bar.
Emma, the numbers are looking really good. You're gonna start a juice bar.
At US Bank, we believe hard work works. And for everyone working toward a goal, we're here to help.
The legends of the gridiron meet the legends of the road.
I'm Debo.
Touchdown, Debo Samuel.
And I got my roll on at the #1 Dodge dealer in the world. South County, where they call the fairest place. Come get your roll on just like I did. Drive a little, save a lot. Tell them Debo sent you. South County. Drive a little, save a lot. Tell them Debo sent you.
When I first came here, my goal was to be a contributing player on my high school's JV football team. The center actually not only helped me achieve my goals, but exceed even what I initially set out to do. I was able to continue playing football professionally through a lot of the things that I learned at the Rega Center. Rega Center is a place to help you achieve your goals and then, tailor it to whatever the person's goals might be.
We are back at the NBC Sports Studio with a great early season hoops matchup with two of the best girls teams in the East Bay. Both are from Oakland, the Oakland Wildcats winning a state title last season.
That's right, the Bishop O'Dowd girls made it to the Division I state title game. Two outstanding teams squaring off in the Diablo Motors Monster game, and our Wesley Boone was there.
Monster game, yeah.
We're in for a good one tonight. It's Oakland High preparing to take on Bishop O'Dowd in an early season girls basketball matchup. For Oakland, they're off to a hot start. They're 4-0 on the young season, coming off a 2018 campaign that saw them win the CIF Division III championship. Now for O'Dowd, they're led by Kennedy Johnson. The junior has offers from USF, San Jose State, and Cincinnati, among others. She'll be fun to watch tonight. It's Bishop O'Dowd taking on Oakland in our Diablo Motors Monster game. Dragons taking on Wildcats. Dragons out to a quick start. Amaya Bonner battling through traffic. One-handed layup, kisses the glass and falls in, and the foul. On the other end of the floor, off the inbound, Ivory Senegal. Tough points here. She scored the first 4 of the game for Oakland. They're down 6-4 early. That's when O'Dowd starts their run. Bonner feeding Jenna Kilty in the corner. Kilty buries it. And then Johnson fighting for the loose ball, then gliding to the rim, making it look easy. Dragons up 32-14 in the third quarter. Watch Kennedy Johnson here, taking the ball away from 2 Oakland players, then gets the basket to fall. And then Kilty hitting Tyra Hamilton in stride. She Euro steps around the defender, gets the basket to fall. It's 53-34. Oakland trying to close the gap now. Talira Kearney with the deep heave to Pearson. Pearson with the easy bucket. Wildcat can get the lead down to 14, but O'Dowd, beautiful ball movement. Casey Watanabe to Jasmine Taylor, who hits Morgan Jenkins for the easy bucket, 70-44. O'Dowd, Wildcat still fighting. Pearson finding Kearney in the corner. She sinks the 3. Then to wrap things up, it's Kilty finding Jenkins inside. She bullies her way to the basket. Dragons get the big win, 75-52. Johnson with the big game. She likes how her team continues to get better.
I think it's really important. It boosts our confidence definitely with more wins. And today we did good, towards the end, and as a group effort we did really well. But I feel like we have way more to work on, and it will only go up from here.
Reporting from Oakland, Wesley Boone, 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
Division V AA NorCal State Championship, Kings Academy hosting Del Norte. The Warriors strike first. Warriors QB OJ Kaleha in the middle of that big pileup gets it in to put the Warriors up 7-0. Seconds left in the first quarter. TKA QB Tony Gonzalez drops back, scrambles the opposite direction, and lobs it to Kevin Sealski wide open in the end zone to tie it up at 7. Crucial 4th and 1 for the Warriors. Here comes Levi Cox-Cooley flying through the defense for a big 44-yard gain. What a run by Levi. Next play, Cox-Cooley gets his number called again, and he is in. Del Norte goes up 14-7 with 9 minutes and 20 seconds left in the first half. Here comes the rain late in the third quarter. Gonzalez boots left and lobs it to Zach Pazkeeks, and Pazkeeks gets it in no problem. Knights tie it up at 14. 9 minutes left in the fourth quarter now. Kaleha hands it to Kobe Mitchell. Mitchell spins off a couple defenders and gets tripped up just shy of the goal line. That run leads to a Del Norte TD, making it 21-14. Less than 4 minutes left in the game. TKA looking to get the ball back on 4th down, and it's bobbled and intercepted by Zach Lumen. What a heads-up play by Lumen to get the offense back on the field. TKA backed up on 4th down, trying to make some magic, pulling out some trickery. It's heaved deep, but it's intercepted by Nick Freeman, and that seals the game. Through the rain and wind, Del Norte is named the D5 AA NorCal champs and are headed to the state title game. We spoke with TKA quarterback Tony Gonzalez after the game about his team's journey this season.
Starting off the year, it was rough. We lost a lot of our seniors, but, our guys really stepped up. We had some guys coming up, sophomores, really stepping it up. Everyone just worked hard all off season. We put together a great season. I'm proud of all our guys.
Each week, the Harker School celebrates its pursuit of academic excellence with the Scholar Athlete Award. This week, we honor Menlo Atherton basketball star Spencer Lynn. Spencer is a top scorer for the Bears, and he's scoring big time in the classroom with a 4.5 GPA.
Very talented guy. Brought to you by the Harker School. This week, Harker congratulates Pepperdine's Joelle Anderson from the class of 2017 on being named to the 2019 All-West Coast Conference Women's Soccer First Team. And recent Harker grads Matthew Hajar and Alex Wang, who are crushing it on the Caltech water polo team. At Harker, preschool through 12th grade students discover their passions. Learn more at harker.org.
You can buy entire game videos from all of the games featured on the show tonight. Go to 49erscalhighsports.com to order.
Makes an excellent Christmas gift. And be sure to follow us on social media at 49ers Cal High on Twitter and Instagram. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and view all of the highlights and features after we air on Sunday nights. Coming up, back to the hardwood for Northgate and De Anza.
But first, here's our Cupertino Electric Top 10 Power Rankings for football.
'49ers Cal High Sports Report is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Cupertino Electric, the company delivering power and possibilities and celebrating student athletes making a positive impact. By Invisalign, winning smiles start here. Learn more at Invisalign.com. And by the Sereno Group, here for good.
Hi, I'm Lucy Wiedemeyer, longtime broker with Sereno Group. And my husband, Charlie Wiedemeyer, and I are longtime supporters of high school sports.
Hi, I'm Kathleen Pazine with Sereno Group Real Estate, representing Palo Alto and the surrounding communities. I'm proud to support Bay Area high school sports on the 49er Cal High Sports Report.
The De Anza Dons basketball team is off to a fine start with a 3-1 record.
Yeah, the Dons meeting the Northgate Broncos on the Dons' home court this week. De Anza hosting Northgate in boys hoops, and the cheer squad was ready. Daniel Fagan pushes it down court, scopes out the situation, and launches a corner three for De Anza as the Dons jump ahead quickly. Later, Fagan drives and this time passes back to Austin Fernandez for his own three. Northgate's Caden Freeman getting the Broncos back in it, passing it up to Dylan Golan, and he gets it down low to Tyler French, and the Broncos were down by 10 after 1. Second quarter, Nick Gearing sinks a three for the Broncos. The Dons big on defense in this one. Darian Davis comes up with it, gets it to Daniel Fagan, and his over-the-top pass finds Jaden Skinner, who gets it up and in, and the Dons have a 15-point lead at the half. Second half pressure on the Broncos, but they recover. Dylan Golan passes to Tyler French, and his bounce pass hits Caden Friedman for the score. The Dons keep attacking, though. Daniel Fagan, a no-look to Bryce Batchin Jr., and he drives in to finish it off for the Dons. JoJo Vaughn getting in on the action here as JoJo drives into the lane, gets the basket, and one. De Anza takes this one 78-51. 4 players in double digits, including Fagan and Fernandez with 2 threes apiece. Lee taking on Cupertino, first action of the season for both teams. Cupertino coming out hot. Srijit Boinapalli finds his shooter Michael Song in the corner. Song making beautiful music from deep. Adding to that lead, Shanak Ayalaso Mayajula earning his points inside. Nice little move there. Pioneers add to the lead. Check out this dish now from Jack Townsend off the bounce pass. Boinapalli making it look easy. It's 25-8 at the break. Coming out in the third, Townsend back to Boinapalli, this time displaying his range, the big man from deep. More from Ayasala Mayajula, working his way between defenders, driving to the basket. Lee trying to close the gap. Jaden Clay over 2 defenders there. Other end of the court now, look at Lee's Brady Taylor denying the shot. The Pioneers would recover later on, though. Michael Lau to Andrew Chen to Townsend. Just how you draw it up. The Pioneers are feeling it. But so is Noah Kirsch with the step-back jumper. He sinks in. The Longhorns refusing to quit. Townsend now on the other end from deep. He drills it, and the magic touch all night belonged to Townsend. And when Townsend wasn't hitting shots, he was dropping dimes like this one at Jeremy Meltzer. Cupertino goes on to win it. Townsend leading all scorers with 25 points in the Pioneers' victory. The Pinewood girls basketball team is coming off a great season where the Panthers made it all the way to the Open Division title game.
The girls getting ready to do it all over again and meeting up with our Shanberries at the Rikus Center this week.
We're at the Rikus Center in Menlo Park, the premier training facility on the peninsula where goals are achieved. Hey, it's Shan here with the Pinewood basketball team! You guys play with such an amazing, well-known coach here in the Bay Area. What's it like playing with such a great coach?
Well, you know, we're super blessed to have Doc as our coach. He's super supportive, and he's always there pushing us in practice. And also, all the assistants are always there and, like, pushing us to get better. And he's always cheering us on the sidelines. And, yeah, we're just super blessed to have him as a coach.
That's awesome. Well, you guys lost a lot of seniors last season. What are your expectations this season with such a young group of girls?
We have the same expectation, which is state finals, open division. So we've got a lot of talent this year, like a lot of remaining people coming in and a lot of transfers coming in, but we've been working really hard in practice, and we got a huge support system behind us with our parents and the fans and the school. So yeah, we should be really good this year.
I think you will. And now we love to end with tradition, so give us some of your team traditions at Pinewood.
So before every game, we always go to my house or Val's house, and we always have a team dinner, normally like chicken and rice, and we always watch a team movie. One of our favorites is Bring It On. We've seen like almost every one.
I bet you know every single dance move.
Yeah, we used to have like competitions afterwards, but yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay, well, next time invite me over for the chicken and rice, because that's my dish right there. Give it up again for the ladies of the Pinewood basketball team.
Compete on 3, 1, 2, 3, compete!
DGDG.com presents the Be Happy Play each week. This was a play in a game this week that made everybody happy. This week's Be Happy Play goes to the Clayton Valley Ugly Eagles. Charlie Saylor with the game-clinching interception as the Uggs win the NorCal title. And they were very, very happy about that. Go to DGDG.com and you can find out how you can be a happy car buyer.
Coming up, it's the Service by Medallion Play of the Week. Some great plays this week. We'll see who gets it next.
But first, here's this week's training tip by our good friends at the Rikes Center.
Hey, I'm Coach Juan Pablo. Today's training tip is the kettlebell swing. George is going to demonstrate for us. We're going to start using the kettlebell. George is going to use good technique to stand up and pick the kettlebell up. Our first movement is to slide the hips back. This is a hip hinge pattern. All right, George, go ahead and demonstrate. Snap those hips. Let gravity bring the kettlebell down between your legs. Aggressively snap those hips forward. Exhale as you're bringing the kettlebell up. Inhale as it's coming down. One more. Good, and that's your kettlebell swing.
The winner of the Service by Medallion Play of the Week gets a Medallion swag pack, complete with hat, backpack, a very cool pair of headphones, and last but not least, a ticket to our end of the season awards banquet right here at Levi's Stadium.
Our Wesley Boone counts down the contenders, and then he'll announce this week's Play of the Week.
Welcome to Plays of the Week. Meet Jelani Clark. He knows how to make an entrance. One-handed slam. More from that game later. Over to the soccer field now. James Logan's Mark Vargas with the outstanding save. Takes it to the chest. He's fine, though. Back to Mission Reardon. Sek, the kid in a monster game in the paint. We'll give you a hand. One of these dunks will be our Play of the Week. Sek muscling his way to the rim, and then off the alley-oop. Sek, poetry in motion. He slams it home, and dunks are always better in slow-mo. Wow. Sek, you just won Play of the Week.
That's the Play of the Week, and that's our 49ers Cal High Sports Report for this week. Thanks for watching. I'm Robert Braunstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. Join us next week. We'll unveil our Players of the Year on our award show. We'll see you then.